Hello. So we are starting a fresh map. Yep. Thrill a minute. This could take a while. You know what? It's still even kind of jittery. I don't actually want to be down here. I want to be over here. Funny, I know all the terrain by heart pretty much. So why did he put the horse in front of the cart over here? I mean, the cart in front of the horse. Silly. I don't know how long I'll be able to take this music. Does what work? Alignment 90. Rotate. Does what work, my man? I don't know, I feel like, okay, that was wrong. We need without ballast. Don't know if that's straight or not. Don't really care. Oh, let's check it out. Let's see. I updated it, so attached. Yep, you can see it. Seems like well, if this one flipped. No, you just gotta wait. You gotta click it. It's switched. It just takes a little while for the map to update, but it's working. I lost my cursor. Oh wait. Limit this to, let's say 50. That was a little funky. One of those logs didn't go in. Okay, we'll let that build up pressure. Sure, you can join me. I'm starting a brand new map. I took all my saves out of my save folder, and I'm going to just do a completely brand new map. That's the goal. That's what I'm doing. Now, circle mode is not... We want to go about as far as here. And we want to switch to this rail. Will it let you lay stuff down through the trees? Can gradient. Sorry guys, this is... Oh, why am I on an incline? There we go. Oh look, it does. Alright, that's good. So I don't really need to start cutting trees. I could just lay track all the way there. Alright, my guy. It's good music, but we'll just put it a little more in the background. A little more in the background. Switches are now splines, and you need to turn down the time for spline updates in Railroad. Yeah, I messed with that before. What's up? Tender loving heart. Oh, somebody's already in here with me. I'm not even sure I put a password on the server. So, where do we turn down the update? Settings, general, overlay, intervals. So make it like, it's 1 second now. And make it 2 seconds? Oh, spline refresh. Ah, I see what you're saying. Yes. Yes. I'm so cutting edge because of my chat. Alright, so now should only take 1 second, not 10 seconds. I don't know. Didn't even. I figured that. Oh, let me get in Discord. Right? That would make sense. Okay, I'm in Discord now. We should buy a couple logging cards, bro. Broski. So, yeah, I don't know. This switch is straight, but it's showing it. It's not updating on the map. Don't know what's going on. Maybe intervals. Let's try 2 seconds. This could be higher. Oh, that one worked. So the F1 is not working. Now it is. I don't know. The F1 overlay is not working the same as this. This is working. But then the F1 overlay, I'm clicking. It's kind of working. Oh, you literally got to you got to put the pointer on the green. That's what it is. In order for it to work. Mm-hmm. Well, look at you. It's your little logging camp. So make sure your finger is on the switch. Mine are green because I didn't like red. We are working on the railroad. I should be able to just run this straight. Straight to the sawmill from here. Except I should have put a switch in to get to the freight depot. Freight depot. We want a right switch. Love the signals. Love it. Max length, baby. Let's go. It's a regular tree cutting party. Dandelion Heart, your knowledge about games is a treasure. And I just want to say how much I appreciate it. So I guess maybe I'm at the end of my spline here. No, you can't you lay like 500 meters? Why is my track disappearing like that? Oh, we're running into the mountain anyway. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna start curving. Meter curve sounds good. About there. Oh, look at that. I'm not going to use that. That's a map seam. We're just going to get over towards the sawmill. Should be soon. I don't know why the track keeps disappearing. Once it's a certain length, I'm not going to fight it. Why am I going? All right. I should be paying attention to where I'm going, and I'm not. I didn't exactly go straight. Whatever. Never go straight. Always go forward. And then to get to logging camp, I want to go around this way. Or maybe this way? I don't remember. Somebody's cutting trees behind me. So weird starting the game over again. Alright. Probably here is somewhere about here is good enough. And then we should probably build the track around the sawmill first before I try to connect to it. Hello, sawmill. Hmm. Circle mode. You know what? I want to use a bridge here, right? I don't know why it's... Yeah, not really straight. Anyway, that's on the wrong side, so we want to do it this way. That looks pretty lined up. Looks lined up, but it's not. That should work. Simplicity is the best. I need to have... Where's the groundwork? I hope this has groundwork. I'm gonna bring it out. It's about the same distance as the loading platform there. Nope, that was not... Didn't have groundwork. Yeah, I am slightly tired, guys. I have been working outside all day, and it started snowing, which is a little early for us here in New York, lower New York, southern New York. Now, the question is, what curve radius do I need to make it? I don't think it lets you go more than halfway, right? So 30 meters. Well, we kind of want to be right up against this mountain. Ooh, that's 40. That's 50. I don't know. I guess 50 would be good. Not good for over here. We should have went with 40. Because now 30 won't get us there. Alright, so let's redo that. It's hard to tell where the halfway point is. This is kind of curved. Right? Why is that curved? So, you know, I'm not an expert at these new splines, really. So that should be straight. Let's bring it out past here. Oh yeah, that looks a whole lot better. Now we could probably do a 30-meter curve. And it'll be right. Points of reference, right? We'll bring it this far. So maybe like 33 would be good. Although a 30 and a 40 doesn't look too bad. What is the perfect turn? What is the perfect turn? Is it 35? Because that was 30 and 40. This is one of the hardest curves on the map, by the way. And without Tom's construction tools, nearly impossible to get right. All right, so let's try 35. This is looking pretty darn good. Oh yeah, right there. Guy going in one increments is kind of crazy. Let's approach this differently. Let's lay a switch track. That's too much that way, that's too much that way. Hmm. Debating on my super speed. I was trying to do this map without any of that. To see if that makes a difference. But I could. Where are you? Where the hell are you? Where are you? Oh, I see you. Oh, I lied. We're not. We are using. We're going to go ahead and use third-party tools. Well, we're not going to use a Treeinator. That's what we're not going to use. All right, we want a switch track here anyway. Right about there. I forgot about this. Oh, I can't even. Oh, I don't know. I guess about there is good. If I'm not in, if I'm out of circle mode, there it is. Well, that's not straight. You see, you kind of want to use circle mode for most of your track laying. Why? I don't know. Somebody's calling me at 7:30 at night. I'm sure it's a heating emergency. Distracted by my trail cam. Oh wait, there's two animals there. It's either two foxes or two raccoons. I can't even tell. Hold on a second. I have to listen to a phone message. Okay, unpause. What am I doing? I get distracted easily. So what's the trick to getting perfectly straight track here? All right, I guess. And we're gonna have to do like a crossover thingy to get back to the main line. Right. Well, look at you building yards. Go for it. I like the yards you build. Cutting a tree down makes me lose FPS. All right, let's see now. Crossover? I'm gonna extend this out. This is the hard part, right? Trying to line the crossover up. The other track. It doesn't let you put. There's no groundwork. Curious. Whoa. My game freaked out. Why is it not placing? Okay, it placed. Game doesn't really like that, man. Crazy. I'm on an incline still. Yep, I'm eyeballing it. We do need a switch over here. Take this out. The switch in here. Oh, look at that track. We want some kind of a freight yard over here, I guess, for future consideration, unless, let's see. MJ! What are you doing? He's contemplating life. So, I'm going to continue up to the, no, I'm going to connect the main line first. I guess the yard can be right over here. We're definitely not at the same height as this. Right? Are we? It's pretty close. That's pretty close. Do I dare hook this? No. Oh, how far back did we go? A little too far. I did not know the train was here. What you got, Betsy? What you got? Come on. You can do it. Ah, all right. So here's what you do. Here's what you do. This is where we send stuff flying. for this circle mode thing. Just bring it right here. Oh, that's so hurt. That's gonna hurt. First derailment on the new railroad. I guess I'm getting like little lag spikes when Dr. Wolfenstein is building stuff. I think I have to clear some trees out, no? Ooh. I went flying a little bit there. Let's go, Betsy, where you at? See how the new... Oh, that switch is right. That turn does not look... Even though that was the same radius. I had a list when I was a kid. Having trouble connecting to the rear of the switch on the straight piece. 5150, the big train. First time chat. I wish my computer was working. What's wrong with your computer, bro? See if we can figure out what's wrong with the... Oh. Get out of here. There's extra track here. So why do we build a second track around? See what I did? I connected it. I'm not exactly sure what you were doing, so I might be working against you. Watch out for the falling tree. So I want this line over here to go to the logging camp. I think this is a good distance for loading. Better be. Now, should I cheat and go in the air? I'm flying. The logging camp is... It's over this way, right? We should be able to get up here this way. What is that? I saw something over here. I don't know. That was a weird texture. So there's your logging camp. And we want to come along the backside here. This is how you get there. Without having to build any funky bridges or anything. So, what line can I use to get to the logging camp? You can join Discord if you want. God, it's so early. Obviously, a switch has to go in over here. Why do we need a separate line? I'm confused. You know what? I'm just gonna work from the logging camp backwards then. Fine. Just gonna randomly place a track right here. Should be able to go that way. Where's that? Let's see. Incline. And we definitely want circle mode here. Try going down 1%. 0.5. 2. Not sure if this gets us where we want to be honest. But you know what? We'll just place it. See what it looks like. That's a 2% line. Right to the logging camp. And the question is, can we tie? Look at your live streaming. Yes, sir. He's live. Can you? Oh, I'm there. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, what,
What am I watching?
I was just showing you, what I was going through it on your name. It had the these two buttons right here.
All right. Hey, I was deafened. I can hear myself through your.
Oh,
Gotta mute the stream. Can I link?
because I'm listening or I'm watching your stream through Twitch.
Right.
I just killed that.
Thank you. Oh, I just ran into a man. Hey. What is the secret to getting over here? I still hear myself.
That's not me. I can assure you.
I think I have to go this way.
Oh, wait. Turn that off. Is that better?
Now let me test it. Sounds good.
I know what it was. Okay. I was having trouble with the switch. The back of the switch for the straight through wasn't working for me. So I did something to do that.
Okay.
See, now I've learned a lot from playing that from Loco on how to make what is it? Good curves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think I have to go this way. I never actually built where I'm building right now on any of my tracks.
Sure.
This might be climbing too much.
Hey, did you run the whole train around, Robert? No, just back and forth. It works.
What is your brother? Is that your brother in the background?
Yeah, it is.
Talking about trains?
My dad had to service one of his old pre-war 2026's Lionel steam engines.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me, 2025.
What does 2025 mean?
Model number for Lionel.
Oh, okay. I don't have no idea if I'm too high here or not. Where is the other line? Okay.
It's cut off, but what's your I'm looking on your Twitch feed, and what's your grade at?
1%.
Yours should be fine.
Yeah. I think if you come right through here,
Oh, I see where you're building from now. Okay.
yeah. Oh, I have a curve. I'm curving. Oh, I guess it's alright if I curve. Except I just don't know where I'm going. There's the logging camp. Hey! No, I want to go this way. And get over here somewhere. That's 0%. So I actually climbed too high. Hmm. Let's go ahead and delete that. Try that again. Pick it up from here. I know it's freaking out because you're probably building tracks, right?
Yes and no.
Right. Yeah, this is how you go. This is how we get there from here. I can't see the... Okay, so that's a 1% grade to there. And then I can go ahead and delete this. Because I believe this is the way we want to go. So, pretty high groundwork, but no bridges. And that gets us to here. Oh my god, look at that turn. What is that radius?
I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah. Build it.
That's what the game thinks it should be.
No, use circle mode and keep it to 35 if you can. In some cases we can go to 30 though. Alright, I can get on the ground and start cutting trees because I'm accepting this. Turn this on, turn this off. So that's how you build a 1% grade to the logging camp. More or less. The way you were standing in that tree looked like you were standing there taking a leak.
What if I was?
I don't know. Then I cut your legs off with the saw. That's so funny. He's watering the plants.
We got a problem, sir.
What do we got?
Come over and look at this. I think you I should have put that switch in earlier, and you should have started for me.
What, you can't make the turn?
No, because it automatically goes back to that one alignment.
That's fine. Just what was that?
2%.
That
The curve was 2%.
the curve was 2% or 30 meters. Oh, that's a pretty sharp curve. What do you mean 2%?
The alignment was 2%. Grid was 10. And circle mode was off.
Well, we want circle mode on. They say building with circle mode is better.
It can be, but also it can be exhausting.
Yeah. So, all right. Where was my track? It was through here. Okay, right there. So, all right, that's a 60-meter turn. We'll bring it to about. And I don't need to be inclined yet. Okay, so that one will leave. And then the next one, we won't use circle mode. The connecting piece will not have circle mode. We should be good. I'll accept that. It's okay to have a few pieces without circle mode, but whenever you can, try to use circle mode. I think it's... I think it gives a more even number for the game to calculate with. Maybe less decimals in the physics calculations. I don't know. It's my guess. Again with this. Why does it take so many clicks to cut a tree down? What's the secret to cutting a tree down?
There is none.
All right. Buy a chainsaw. That's the secret. And I am getting like lag spikes as I do this. Kind of want to keep some of the trees in the groundwork here to kind of hide the groundwork, unless the tree is touching the track. I haven't played Derail Valley in a while.
Me neither.
And I kind of want to. Locos was kind of consuming me. But I really want them to put groundwork in that game, you know? I feel like we're building all that for nothing.
I actually got to talk to Joe the other day.
In person.
In person.
Nice. What'd he say?
He said he's doing his best.
Right? He probably works a regular job and this is just on the side.
Yeah. He, right now he's he's trying to get it to work first, then he do the fine details afterwards.
Okay. Ah, come on, tree cut. Oh my god, that tree was a royal pain in the butt. When they're buried in the groundwork like that. Just disappeared. Yeah, so I was having FPS troubles. You know what I think it was? I think I had too many saves in my save folder.
Probably. Also, they're now saying that the switches, having too many switches, is throwing FPS off.
Yeah, I think it's when you ride over the switches is what the problem. Not having them, but driving over them is when the FPS drops. Hey, I'm here. I am here where I want to be. It might be too high though. Actually came in too high. Let's build our receiving track here. Because I noticed after I took all the saves out of my save folder, I backed everything up, and then I started up the game, the music came on, like it's like the game reset itself.
I wonder if we have to get rid of the old saves from the old game.
No, I just, you know what it was? In that folder, I renamed some saves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were just hanging in there, you know? And they might have been really close to the saves I was working on or something. And that was confusing the game. I don't know.
I'm not jumping and I have 60 FPS.
Yeah. I have 50 when I cut the trees down. Well, I have it locked at 50. So if I put it on unlimited, see what I get. And I have everything on Epic, and I'm running at 1080. Right, so I'm getting 54, 53 up here with no trains, almost 60. When I started the game up, I had almost 80. But I guess maybe now that you're here, that slows it down a little. Anyway, I'll just lock it at 50. I wish there was a kind of a better way to line up these tracks with the platforms. I think I selected the track without the groundwork. It's not letting me click anyway.
Tying up the log line.
Oh, what happened? Doesn't really go anywhere though.
Remember the good old days when they cost $12, 12 in-game dollars to cut a tree down?
Was it 12 or 10?
It was 12.
I think I only remember 10 or 5. Did they ever change it?
Yeah, they got rid of it. They only did that just
I know they got rid of it. I remember when they did that. Yeah, we had to work. We had to work a lot just to get, just to get trees cut. Got to make deliveries so you could cut more trees. Okay. Gonna go fly mode. Didn't. So I never did it this way. I didn't usually. All my other builds, I never came in this way to the logging camp. So there has to be a way to turn into it from here. Let's put this track in first.
that was a big lag.
Was it? I don't know what. I didn't do anything. Wasn't me. So I'm not 100% sure how to tie in here.
Go to 1, then go straight. Make sure it's straight up against it.
Go to 1.
You know the grids. Go to grid 1 or
Yeah.
grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that. I'm just saying now to get back to the main line. I need to figure out a curve here. I think I can. Let's put this in. Then let's add a switch track.
I have come to the end of the line.
So if I now can I make the curve? This is the question of the day. No, I can't. There's no way I'm making that turn. There is a way of getting in here, though.
Yeah, there is.
I think I have to put the turn right there.
There is a way to make it into a loop, going from sawmill or excuse me, from logging camp to sawmill, then back to the thing, then returning to this. I just forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Or if that's loaded yet. Oh, sweet.
That I'm gonna change. That I'm gonna change. Let me see if I can build a turn here. Okay, this is a 30-meter turn. Actually, 30 meters is way too sharp. Let's go 35. How about 40? Oh, look.
Be careful on slamming it because those keyboards are not that strong.
It's already out. I'm just gonna rest. Okay?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
I'm going to. We need to bring this train back because I came up too high. I need to rebuild this track that the train is on.
Oh, I think you still. It's not like you're very slippery. Is she pretty there? That would be weird.
You can't tell where the next spline is, right?
No.
No. So just go. I guess go all the way back to the sawmill just in case.
You can tell, but
From the sky, you can tell, right?
no, not really. I don't even know why this thing's creeping.
It's creepy.
Okay, the dishes have to be done tonight.
There you know, man. Oh, it's already full in there?
Oh, there's a tree there.
So,
How did you?
okay, the trees have a rendered distance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they go up. They go up. What is it? They go up. You know where you can cut it. You know, put the saw on it and cut it. Ah, thanks.
Were you not clear yet?
No, I was not.
Oh, you got to be kidding me! I can't believe that. I didn't think that track was that long. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but that's that must have been funny.
Yeah, it was a sinking feeling.
Yeah. Hold on. We'll get it fixed. Oh no. If I lay this down, then the train is going to be under the groundwork.
Give me a minute. Come on, reroll. Oh. I hate this mouse.
Oh my goodness. I need something to drink.
It's not letting me reroll it, dude.
It's not letting you rerail it?
Right.
Might be too far away. Let's see what happens if I build this track over the train.
Hold
Is
on,
it-
hold on, hold on, hold on.
I'm just gonna go flying.
Probably.
Ah, look at you. Okay. Working on the railroad. All right, we want to build a turnaround here now, which I believe has to be a bridge. So we want to, let's use a wooden bridge. Circle mode. Bring it out to here.
Here I come.
Here I come to save the day. All right, let's cut a 30-meter turn. I think the length of the track affects the radius. 30 is not a solid number. Can't see what I'm doing. Oh man. So if I bring this to here, oh, it's so close. Let's try this again. Let's delete this. Oh, you probably want to stop.
I'll be right back.
All right. Bring it to here so we can get a better approach. Now we'll go to the 30 meter. This doesn't even need to be bridge, honestly. Let's mix it up. Put some groundwork in there. I know, I'm getting dizzy. Getting vertigo. Oh, from here we want to use bridge. Let's just uncircle it and do that. We can always rebuild it more perfectly. Trees are throwing me up in the air. Alright. So we did the loop, but I'm not happy with it. It's not a loop at all.
I'm back.
I see. Don't move the train. I don't remember right clicking. Get rid of this. This. Let's put a switch. A left switch. Right? A left right switch. Hello? That really didn't work too well. See if I can make this turn. I don't think so. J. So that's 30. Nope. That didn't work. Darn it. Start over. Take this out. Take this out. I hope if I delete this, let's put a cross here just in case. Yeah, good thing. Let's see, we want that to be an endpoint. I can go back and delete this. Oh, it deleted the whole thing. That hurt. And it was not expecting that. I think if we go to here, then start our turn. Let's see where 50-meter turn might work here. Throw a switch. Now, can I get back to the main line? That's the question.
No.
How dare you say no? I'm right there, man. Oh, what did it do? Don't do that. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, we can do it. You can do it. Wow, look what that just did. That was insane. What a move that was.
What?
I don't know if you can see it on the stream. The stream is a little behind.
Just a moment.
Yeah. That was exciting. All right. So now we just have a simple loop. No freight yards, nothing like that yet.
What about connecting this line?
Doing it right now. I should be able to do it very handily. Right?
No.
Sure, come on. If a 30-meter radius gets us there, we're good. And it will. Matter of fact, we can use a 35-meter radius. There. Take the circle mode off. That's it. We got our simple loop. Let's look at it from the sky while I eat a pretzel snack.
I'm eating my dinner.
Yeah, I ate my dinner too. Or I ate already.
No, I'm eating right now.
Oh. That's it. That's the most simplest of ways to get to the logging camp. I want to make this a minimalist map. The minimum needed to run the trains.
I hear ya.
Make sure you join my company so I get the money for that. We got to go back and buy some more logging cars. I'll come with my mouth full. Woohoo! Logging camp and sawmill connected in 2.5 hours. No, less. I don't know when I started this. When did I start this?
2.5 hours ago.
Nope, 1 hour and 40 minutes ago. I started this map. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, but I was doing other stuff.
I see.
So in 1 hour and 40 minutes, with the help of the cheats, which I said I was going to get. Oh, hold up. Oh. No. Yes. Oh my God, you're running the tree over. How did not derail?
That was sweet.
That was so close. Yeah.
I'm 100%.
I think you need to put wood in there. What is the secret to getting your crosshair back?
Press G twice.
Press what?
Press G, then G again.
G? And D?
No. Hit G as in girl,
Yep.
then G as in girl again.
Oh. Oh yeah, it worked. I hope your switches are good.
I have no clue.
This one's good. But that doesn't bring you to the... I don't know. Why did we put this second track in? So now you gotta back up. Oh. You gotta back up. Oh yeah, okay. I wonder if it's gonna hit this. Oh, that's right, these are spring switches.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, when it runs over the end of the switch, you get a big lag spike. Don't you need firewood in the firebox?
If you don't mind, sir.
I can't though because you're standing there. I have no idea if I put it in there or not. We got to get some more log cars. Oh. That was last minute. Oh, first delivery. Bye. Nice. So this track here doesn't go anywhere. And this track, so this kind of doesn't make sense. You tie this back in? No. So I can kind of delete this. Let me see if I can. Now I want to turn to the left here to go back.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it before you do anything.
What? I don't know if it can be done or not, but I'd like to try to go left.
Why left? We need to go right.
To go where? We're going back to the freight depot. Alright, this is a 30-meter turn. No, we can't do it. Can't be done. Wait. 2.5% grade, we could do it.
We want this one to go back up to the sawmill or the log camp, don't we?
Do we?
Yes.
No, because I don't think you can get there from here. Then I would just curve right then. Yeah, but make it a real sharp curve, 30 meters. Because if you keep going straight, you're not going to be able to join up with the other track.
It's curved already. Look at it.
That's not a 30-meter curve, though.
Yeah, but it'll start afterwards.
I'm going to take Betsy back and go get some more logging cars. Do both of these tracks go back? Or no?
No, but they probably could.
Of course, I'm facing the wrong way now. We're moving.
You need to take out the trash. We need to go take that out.
That was a close street.
Jeremy, you go get the cat. Trash is out front. Go take the other.
Eating. Now the real question is, what should I name this railroad? Oh, they said putting names on the cars gives you lag, right?
I have no idea on that.
That's what I heard someone say. You know what? So I'm not going to do it. I guess we'll order 5 of these cars. So that we have a 6-car train. Hopefully Betsy can do it.
We can always try it.
Well, we don't have to.
I need to know where to connect this to.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, you're going in the right direction. But you have to build that up as a grade.
That's the thing.
That's why you have to start from that crossover.
I did.
No, the one before it. And abandon that other track you put in. I bought 4. Go for number 5. The no-name railroad. It's Betsy's railroad. Let's go, Betsy. Do your thing. How much water do I have in the boiler? Okay, we got plenty. Oh, the brakes are on. Yeah, Betsy should be able to bring 6 empties up 1.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, going down is easy. I still am getting like all kinds of weird lag though. The game is very stuttery.
That's because of me.
Oops, I went down the wrong track.
It's infuriating that this won't snap too, you know.
Where won't it snap to?
Crossover.
Oh, yeah, I don't think crossovers were like an afterthought. Oh, the slag. All right, the train is together. Let's go, Betsy. Do your thing.
We already had a cat named Tiger.
All right. Six cars. Okay, now we're clear of the switches. I'm getting 47 FPS. And my laptop is working up a sweat. Alright, looking forward I get 50. Looking backwards I don't. Well, I'm kinda there. Could do some tree trimming along the way. Oh. I have no idea if I got that. Oh wow. What just happened? I hit the tree. Apparently I can't cut a tree from a moving train. So I give up. Have to go a little bit slower. So this is how it started out with the new splines on my hardcore map. In the beginning it was fine. And then once I connected everything, the more track I built, the worse it got. Still very jumpy. It like starts and stops. Oh. So there is no direct route from the logging camp to dump the logs. You have to go through a series of switches. Might have to redesign some of this. So we get a nice smooth flow. I gotta move up more.
Dude, stop.
I-
Don't go.
Oh.
Okay, for the life of me, I cannot connect this.
Okay, hold on. I'm backing up.
Because if I do it from either direction, it doesn't do it.
Are you aiming the track in the right direction using B and N? Okay. That's the only thing I can think of. Wow. That is so bad. The lag spikes. Oh. Alright. So let go of your P. You got it?
I got it. I got it. Now where is this thing going?
That was one hell of a lag spike.
By the way, that's not the route that's going.
We definitely don't have a smooth flow going here.
I know, but back up all the way, because you're going the wrong way.
Well, I had to get over to this line so I could get over to the other line so I could go to the logging camp.
because I don't know where I don't know where your spline stops or anything over here to complete this.
Oh, this is actually easy fix though. We are on realistic settings. Yep, starting to slow down a little.
Can you put a switch in, dude? I don't know where your spline ends and where it began. Oh, never mind. I found it.
I like this. We're doing work.
Oh, come on.
Can we just have tomato soup tomorrow with grilled cheese?
Tomato soup with grilled cheese sounds good. Can't say that I'm a fan of tomato soup, but I'll take the grilled cheese for sure.
Same here.
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you, Dr. Wolfenstein? Is there a standard for making 2x4 modules for modular railroad?
Yes, and the NMRA does have a standard.
Okay.
It depends. It depends on which railroad module club you're a part of.
Okay, so different clubs use different standards?
That's even if they have the MMR.
Are they always 2x4?
Not necessarily. They have 3x3 and 4x4 and 4x5.
Hmm.
For N scale, it's generally 3x4, I believe. Ugh. I figured something out.
What's that?
If you're connecting to either side of the track, from a switch to this crossover, you cannot have circle mode on.
Right. No, you can't. Has to be off. It won't. It won't physically connect. So how much money did we spend? Got $560 left. I don't know if buying 6 cars was smart.
I always say, why not?
Because once you fill up the sawmill, you'll only have X amount of dollars, and then you need to buy.
Remember, you have me too.
Right. So I'm saying, like, from a perspective of if you just started the game by yourself, should you buy 6 cars? Because then the next step would be to buy tier 2 cars. And start making lumber and beam deliveries somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the controls. My stream is so far behind what I'm doing. If I remember right, I used to stand right here when I did this. I'm not sure when I first played this game, but it was right around this time. So I think it's been about a year for me. And here I am, right back at the beginning. I wonder if I slow this down to 30 frames, if that'll stop some of the stuttering. Oops. All right, get out of here. Use some more wood here. Fire temperature is down. And I think, let's see, before I go down there, I want to change the track so I come straight in. And then I don't have to do all the funky maneuvers. I'm going to change some of this. We're going to put what is it that I want to do here? That is the question. I think we do want to do that. Are we going to have enough room to do that? Put another right hand switch here. No, because then I'm going to run into this. I might have to change quite a bit. Because these switches are just too long. All right. This is gonna hurt when I do this right here. Yep. Let's go ahead and put a right hand switch here. Delete this. Put another right hand switch. No. Wow, that's ugly. Does that even seem like it's parallel? Let's bring this out here and then put the switch. Oof. It hurts to look at. All right. We'll go ahead and tie this together. I hope those switches were not at an incline. Now we can put another right hand switch. What you working on there, Jeremy?
I'm trying to figure something out.
Oof, that's ugly too. But it'll work. We got to take this back a little bit. That wasn't a little bit. Where's my track? It's all the way over here. I think we kind of want to be about like that, and then start our incline. Is 1.5 good enough? Yeah, it should be. The first jump. It's a doozy.
Where are you at?
I'm redoing all the track here, sorry. I want to be able to come straight in. That tree threw me. Look at this. That's just, hold on. Oh man, I messed up. The handle should be on the other side. Oh,
It should be fine, dude.
no man. It's not fine. It's never fine. So now these are not actually connected. So you have to redo it, right? I mean, it'll work,
They'll work.
but they're not connected. Don't you want them connected?
Technically, they are connected.
I don't know about that. If it doesn't link, now it's all connected.
You wanna follow me for a minute?
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Which one am I turning? I can't... I can't turn this one. That's so weird. Are you turning them? Stop turning them. You gotta stand between them. Okay. What am I following? The $6 million man. He ran into a tree. Yes. What's up? My boy just took off.
Follow them and see how you like it.
Oh. I could just look at the schematic. Yeah, that's fine, dude. I don't know why we need two tracks there though.
One's returning and the other one, or one's for one line and the other one's. So that way you can come in and then or one's for going up into the log mill or the logging camp, and the other one's coming up, so that way you can escape
Okay.
and or use it as a Y.
Why? Because we love you. Let's go, Betsy. I started the wood stove upstairs, and now the basement is freezing because the heat doesn't turn on.
Where's the train at?
I'm coming.
I really have
I moved my slider down to 30 FPS, and now there's no stuttering.
to.
That's crazy. But I know what's going to happen. I'm going to build up this whole railroad, and it's going to go below 30 FPS, and then it's going to suck.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, this is aiming the wrong way.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I'm not. How can I get to drop the logs off from here?
But you can. Leave it alone.
Oh yeah, you can. That's right.
Oh. Ah, yay! You better save it.
Why?
Because I just got an error code, a crash.
Oh, I have autosave, but I'm saving it. I wonder why you got the error code.
I don't know.
Oh, this is a little bit of a hill here.
Mm-hmm. That's the only way I could do it. It's quote 4% unquote.
Oh no, we can't have that. We got to change that.
Uh, there's no way of changing it.
Sure, yeah, there is. I'll show you. Because I can't stop. We got to move those two crosses closer to each other so you can start that curve earlier. Okay. I think I can start unloading.
Hey, I do know the line. And kept crashing.
I'm really not making that much money at all. You guys got snow up over there yet?
Yeah, we've been having snow.
All right. I'm going to redo this section you did here that you worked so hard on. Oof. So the surprise, it's always like, how far back, if I delete, how far back are we going to go? That's always the surprise. These are not the same radius at all.
Really?
Let's see. I don't think I can get them anywhere close either. Let's take it from here and then change the radius. This is not the smooth way of doing this. No, this is bad. This is bad. Let's try from here and then do the rest without circle mode. Okay, that looks good. Now, finish this off. We got the duck.
Come on.
We got the double crossover. I don't know why this is. I think right there.
No, this is a one-track railroad.
Want to kind of be there. That was a good guess, actually. All right. Now that we did that, we can come here, make our turn, hopefully. Hopefully at 1%. I think I'm going to clear. Oh. All right, we got to go 2%. Still going to be rough coming in here. It's going to be rough. Look at that. Let's see what this looks like. I think we could uncheck circle mode. No, we can't. Make it to there. Now this short piece can be without circle mode. Yep. There you go. Not exactly the best.
By the way, I'm up at logging camp.
Doing another load of logs.
Yes.
They're helping you pick up the rest of the trash.
Dude, I'm gonna be right back.
All right. gotta get rid of this. And this. This. And I think that's a better approach. A little less steep. Hopefully be able to get the train stopped. I don't know why this one is higher than that one. That's kind of strange. Whatever. All right. And the other thing I want to do over here is this track doesn't go anywhere, right? So this track should really... Ugh, I hate deleting that piece right there.
Yes.
I love you too. Nice. Well, this doesn't line up with that at all.
Yes.
This has to be placed. Where do I have to go again? Oh, over here.
What are you doing?
I'm making sense of things. We're trying to. Go. Oh, I don't like that. That's ugly. I'm going to use circle mode. Right. Okay. We're putting a Y in here so we can go to the ironworks. That doesn't work. Need to. Let's get this over here. Now this should be able to tie into this. Just be able to come over here. But for this part, I need to be flying, I think. So I don't know if I left myself enough room to actually...
We'll just have to find out. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's put that in. It's actually looking pretty good, dude. All right. We'll say keep it like that. Then go straight. See where is that gonna line up for a switch? Let's say right about there. Oh, the heater just came on. I should have opened up the vent.
Train coming down.
All right. I think I can actually delete this track, coming at less of an angle. Nope. That's too much. How did it go? Oh, because I'm in 50 increments. This tree is right in my way. So I'm going to have to say right about there. And then uncheck circle mode. And we built the Y to go to the ironworks. Let's look at this on the map. So this is what we got so far. I guess it's cool. The only thing is, like, these crosses could have been closer over here. And then that would have made this turn more efficient. It's a little artistic or autistic, however you look at it. Snip that. Snip it. That was 3 hours of building. Did all that. All right. Now, when you come down, you shouldn't really have to throw any switches. That's it. Everything is set. You're better off coming down on the left side, so you don't have to go. You got more of a flat spot to stop.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I was able to chop that tree down.
You know, every time you chop down a tree, I laugh.
Yeah, it's bad. Couldn't chop that one down. The tree went flying.
Get ready.
I'm ready. Oh, went flying. I can't get back over there. I got it. Don't worry. Wow. Keep the train a moving. There we go. Nice. Hey, I'm back up to 1,280 bucks. It's amazing to think that my main map that I have 1,000 hours, well, no, not 1,000 hours, but whatever. The first map I ever did, I have like I don't know, $360,000 that I never cheated, to get. I earned all of it. This tree's gotta go. Oh. Oh my God, I gotta buy tires for my truck. They're like $1,000.
Where do you get your tires from?
I don't even know where I'm gonna get them from, to be honest.
You got Big O.
Big what?
Big O.
I'm not sure what you're saying there.
Don't you know what Big O is?
No,
Big O tires?
no. I don't think we have that here in New York.
Oh. Let's see.
How did it go that way? That's so weird. My trail cam from upstate just sent me a picture.
Of what?
2 foxes in the snow.
Oh.
Yeah, nice.
See, for a minute there, I thought you were Bigfoot.
You cut out when you said that.
I said, um, not for a minute there, I thought you were going to say Bigfoot.
No. But if you walked in front of the trail cam, I'd get him. That's another thing, right? Bigfoot, does he exist? Nowadays, with all the trail cams that are in the woods, we definitely would have caught Bigfoot, unless it's so intelligent it knows where every trail cam is and doesn't walk in front of it, right? That's the only.
Right.
But I think we would have found it, especially nowadays.
I am going to have to say goodnight.
Yeah, I'm done. Also, we'll park the train here. Thanks for helping out.
Uh-huh.
Gotta go a little bit more. Yeah, nice. Oh, boo. They went to the first car.
Yes? No?
That's good. All right. I'm gonna save. And we'll pick this up another day.
Good.
That was fun. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Save the game. Alright, my brothers and sisters. Peace out. Have a good one.